to the audio show.
Well, friends, I think we can all agree when we said Anthony has had his points that he has actually struggled with. Amber has had her points that she has struggled with as well. But I wanted to kind of highlight a talking point that I think they wanted to highlight with the skits. And so don't look at this as an Amber rip down, but I wanted to kind of show you how they tweak little pieces inside of the skit to represent some of what is actually happening in true life. We're going to go from skitland to real world. Let's get into this.
If you must know, Anthony made me give up bar 44.
Why?
I don't know. He wanted me more at home, I guess.
And you're still here.
Yes, because I'm an ambitious woman. And no matter how much he tries to hold me back and wants me to be a little housewife, barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, it's not me.
All right. So the lines that Amber delivered, again, we're not going to look at this from the Amber standpoint. We're going to look at this as talking points. They are talking points of modern women. Modern women believe, yes, that every single time a man comes in, he's trying to hold him, he's trying to hold her back. He wants to have her barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. It is lines that they repeat on a daily basis when they talk about men in like the social media space. As to why they do it, I'm not quite certain. But I'm just giving exactly where the lines are coming from. Because they do put these lines inside the skit, as I've told y'all before. You understand? To see exactly how the audience reacts and what the audience thinks about them. But I'm going to keep proceeding until we get to the real world.
I am a businesswoman. I like to go after mine. I like to secure my own bag, and my bag is secure. Don't you worry about that.
Is a man who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with.
When you say take care of.
So, let me give you the question again. Is a man who is willing to take care of you, which is the kids and the bills, worth staying with? That's her question. In other words, this man is taking care of the bills and the kids, but according to her, he has no ambition at all, and she wants to know if this man is worth staying with. Stay with us.
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in.
How he do that with no ambition?
No,
So he's taking care of all of these things, but him have no ambition at all. That's exactly what we're getting at. I'm giving you exactly where some of the talking points them come from when you see them on the skit. They're actually from real life, and they actually come up in real life situations. A real life woman that literally believed this. As to how she verbalizes, I'm not quite certain, but in her mind, the man needs to get more ambition.
that money. I want more.
You know what?
He's complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guy is crashing out, and him a crash out for good reason because he realized what's going on. I would crash out. I would crash out as well because that's what men keep hearing. It's almost like it's never enough. Like gone are the days when a man could say, you know what, I'm a carpenter and that's what I am. Or I'm a welder and that's what I am. No, him need to own a business. He needs to be an entrepreneur because that's the new one these days. He needs to be an entrepreneur. Some way, somehow, he needs to own his own stuff because of the status of it. If you even watch like Shayla, basically Shayla does the same thing. It's almost like she's looking for these men with status. If y'all remember even RB, I remember even Mike, she would have pressed Mike from now till next week about what he should be versus what he is. So they do that crash out because, of course, hey, you're going to crash out when you hear there's a man, you will. You just will. I'm just saying, you just will.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
You see that? I wanted to show y'all, ladies, the purpose you serve on the channel because I want y'all to understand where the mindset of the younger girls are. She's thinking of leaving this man, even though the man is paying all of the bills. How much more could he possibly do? Back then, what I get to understand of a lot of black couples from a lot of people that I've talked to is that back then, that was it. The man needed to be able to maintain a steady job. He needed to be able to maintain the bills and take care of the kids as much as he possibly could. And that was it. That's all your grandparents basically required. They just wanted that. They just wanted some level of stability where they could have lived a solid life. But no, that has gone past into some other realm where, we have to go into the realm of We need to be these entrepreneurs because if we're not the entrepreneur, people is not going to see us on Instagram, on TikTok. You know what I mean? And if they don't see us on Instagram and TikTok, then we're not saying anything. I guess we're not doing anything. I guess that's what it is.
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work, waking up every day and showing up for my children, showing up for my home. Like, that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going through depression. Your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough, but she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home. That's ambition, baby.
But she didn't know that. She didn't know that. I mean, she didn't get that. And that was actually a great, great speech from the girl. You know what I mean? This was like one of the best things you could have ever said. Because women look on what men go through. I keep saying it. People make it seem as though men don't actually go through it. You know what I mean? Women always say, I'm going through it. You know, I'm going through it. Whatever. They don't make it. It's almost as though men don't go through the same thing that they're going through. But yeah. It does take a lot to show up a lot of times, especially when you're tired. You're tired just like a woman is tired, you know what I mean? But just the same, you still have to get up and still get things going. And even then, and so you don't know why some of the times men basically quit on a lot of females, because when they see this, they're looking at the mere fact that if this guy is doing all of these things, but the woman is still wants another man, why would I even bother? I'm just saying, why would I even bother if the woman is still looking for more, even after I've done all of the requirements of my household? But I just want to kind of show y'all this. So I just want to see exactly how does Skitland meet the real world? I wanted to kind of give y'all this frame.
Moment, read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8. Because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like, that's a gem, baby.
I make my own money. I
Okay.
make more than him.
This is a very feminist talking point. Every time women bring up money, let me state this to you. It's if you don't need to bring money up. Whether you make more than a man or not, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, a guy who's really working his money and he's really a guy for man's sake, he might ask you to pitch in on one or two things, but he doesn't necessarily want you to take care of things for him. And there's a reason why he doesn't want that, because he doesn't want you to be saying that you're taking care of the things that he should be doing. But this talking point is another feminist talking point. Once women start saying they make their own money, it is endearing to mean that you know the man isn't whatever, she don't need him. That's basically what it is. And I think it comes from there was a time, I think they call it, there's a welfare queen period, right? And we know that welfare is mostly, a lot of the other ethnicities have been on welfare more than our blacks have. The only difference is that blacks are just magnified as far as the media space is concerned. But there was a time when they called welfare queens, when basically you couldn't have the man living in the house or else the government wouldn't feed you. And so that's what bred this particular talking point. To what I'm getting to understand based on the history here in the United States of America, that's what has bred this particular talking point.
Right?
And you said he pays all the bills
Yeah.
and you make more money.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you make more money than him, and I want you to know that was not done by mistake. That was a systemic thing that was put into place so that the black woman can be elevated to start looking at they men like they're not doing enough.
Thank you. Thank you. Well said. I think I couldn't have said it any better. That's what it's meant to do. That's exactly what it's meant to do. It's meant to ensure that black women elevate above black men. So you no longer look at the black man as a leader. He's now looked at as this soft, docile, this soft guy who doesn't make as much as you, that you don't need to listen to at all. That's exactly what that is. That's what a talking point is. That's what I was talking about before.
It is very intentional, the fact that you make more money, and even though your man is showing up for you, you start looking at him for like, why can't you do more?
The fact that this man is covering the bills, even though he knows you make more, let me tell you what he's doing. This man is willing to maybe put things on pause so that you can elevate. Think about it. What you make becomes almost just yours. What you choose to do, you have the freedom to pivot and pivot and pivot. Try this, go to school, because this man is saying, I'm going to sacrifice and take care of the foundational things so that you can have a choice whether or not you want to work or not. And so when you saying that man lacked ambition, I just think it's ambition in a direction you can't recognize.
So see, I wanted to kind of bring this up because I wanted y'all to see exactly where the talking points were coming from. But yes, this is what it is. This is a struggle that men have been having because it's almost like it's never enough these days. It doesn't matter what you do, it's never enough. At the end of the day, guys are now starting to feel, is it that I need to go start selling pharmaceuticals? Do I need to start going to unalive people and making big contracts because that's the only way I'm going to be able to afford these women? Because basically, working a regular 9 to 5, probably making, I don't know, 50 to maybe say 70,000 is not enough. Because if I make $50,000, God forbid, you know what I mean? It's not enough. It's not ambitious enough. That's what's going on. That's exactly what's taking place. And the funny thing is, when I look to the other demographics and the other counterparts, you will find them more being okay with what their spouses do. That's why I think that a lot of our marriage rates are affected, because a lot of black women are looking for the men them to make a certain portion of money. I think I'd shown them that before. If them don't make this particular portion of money, them don't qualify for marriage. But every other ethnicity, the men are qualifying for marriage. That's where we are. But nonetheless, I don't want to make this very, very long. I just wanted to kind of give y'all an intertwine of Skitland versus the real world. I want y'all to give me y'all take on this. Do you agree with the woman that, the man is not ambitious enough, even though, he's taking care of the bills and taking care of the kids? Give me a take on this. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye.